do actually feel a little bit more set up on this point, and actually Zonda getting picked off should kind of confirm that position for them, as K-Momo still trying to put DPS onto the
He's
point.
uncontested, which is
Yeah,
good.
they managed to pick off Dizzy, but again, they're still kind of losing too many members just because they aren't really in a position to actually assault AHQ with how they're set up.
There's enough damage, I feel so.
That's a pretty good dive in though. They're all kind of stuck in Cowman's Graviton as the Sound Barrier comes out for AHQ just to keep them alive.
It's a late Transcendence.
Yeah, they're really committing to this. It is a late Transcendence, maybe a little bit too late, and a very late Sound Barrier too, but it's kind of working out for them because AHQ were kind of forced into committing more ultimates, and it's K-Momo just kind of wiping that one up there. That was actually kind of interesting by Flash Wolves. That was that often, yeah, good kind of protection coming out for these squishy backliners, and also good use of cover out of Flash Wolves. Yeah, that's 2 ultimates gone, and now Flash Wolves commit 2 of their own. Not actually finding anything with the Pulse Bomb as they unfortunately lose Bacon Jack. Cowman really starting to swing back, plenty of charge in the tank here. That is a good Sound Barrier as well. More mileage for AHQ, and Zonda, yeah, in a lot of trouble. Maybe able to retreat safely, but it is a retreat. That's going to give AHQ the space to get onto this point now. K-Momo still off to the side. He's kind of going to be separated from his team here if he's not careful. Sickly getting picked off. Should flag a retreat for Flash Wolves.
And this is another situation for Flash Wolves where they needed to decide, hey, look, are we going to be able to turn this one around or not? Zonda Flash Wolves, they would have also committed the nano boost there. And you would have just had no result. Here comes K-Momo.
Yeah, what is in his
straight
sight?
into a shield, straight into a sleep dart, and his entire team gets grabbed as well.
Yeah. And they're all just caught up in a Graviton. That actually forced the ultimate out of Sinkler as well. That was not necessary at all. Good ultimate out of Dizzy, I suppose. May have been a bit of an overcommitment, and Zonda does pick him off. But that's going to be the overtime ticking down in favor of AHQ. And I mean, Dizzy is well HQ actually, just to kind of stop Flash Wolves. Oh no, are we going to see this again for real? Just the floor is ice. That's the thing, Nepal is so cold, and Flash Wolves, they're kind of sneaking the point around to the side. This should pressure AHQ onto it as Lazy Titan comes about, and the fight kind of pivots over to the point itself now, as actually it's AHQ who
Flash
have their
split.
Yeah, AHQ are the ones with their DPSs on the high ground because Flash Wolves kind of had to retreat, so now Flash Wolves have kind of given up. Shouldn't say kind of, because they've given up the little bit of ground they had after getting that pick right at the top from Cowman, didn't leverage it, and just kind of backed away. AHQ well set up, and Flash was looking a little skittish.
The opening boot from Crappy completely set that one up. As soon as AHQ knew they had the advantage, they went directly for the point Flash Wolves wanted to follow, but hey, they were second on the point. They had to back out of there, and now AHQ in a commanding position. That's going to be the nano boost.
Yeah, it's the nano visor as a whole, as actually the Sound Barrier was committed out of HQ to outlast that one as they commit their own nano visor, and it gets way more mileage. Zonda got none. Dizzy gets them all. He actually got kills? The whole team. That was 6. That was the full wipe. Jongi only just respawned.
You kind of wish in this game, like, the announcer just goes crazy for you, like, wow.
The only thing is, Hexakill doesn't sound
it's not like
as... For some reason, H is just not impactful.
Pentakill +1. Anyway, back into the action. It's going to be Graviton Surge.
That's a good swing back from Jongi, but they don't really have the mileage to follow it up. Yeah, as now K-Momo is going to commit a Graviton. This is really, really messy at the door here, but AHQ are kind of holding the upper hand. Need to be quick on the retreat here because Flash Wolves are looking to put the pressure on, rightfully so. And a good pick onto Erican should open the way for them, as now they're the ones barreling onto the point. AHQ, decent retreat here, not committing any more ultimates for it. And they should be able to swing back, but Flash Wolves making good use of the little mileage they got out of what they had.
Crappy just going to be this sacrificial lamb right at the end as well, trying to buy as much.
A bit of a mind game. I think they might kind of be sending Erican out as bait. Now here comes the Sound Barrier out actually, but they aren't in position. They didn't complete the pincer, and again Erican going out here. Yeah, not really getting any mileage out of anything they threw into that one, and my goodness did AHQ throw a lot, and the point nearly
97.
completely ticked up. Yeah, they're not going to get a toll on this one at all. Carriers miles away from it. Flash Wolves sound cap. Good idea by AHQ at the end, but
I can kind of agree with that.
Dizzy
though, he's still
the reason I do agree with this is because getting past that door and then getting into a favorable position against the Farah is very difficult. This is not equal. It is still difficult, but not quite as difficult. And yeah, AHQ kind of barreled for that one a bit too quickly, not really respecting the fact that given they had to retreat from the first push, Flash Wolves did get into position to anticipate the second one.
They did. Now, Dizzy came in through the back, didn't get anything done.
Okay, same thing again. They're just going for a quick commit, going to try and circumvent this Pharah. This time it actually works a
Jungle
bit
low,
better. They're onto the point, yeah, and Flash Wolves know that this is how you deal with the Pharah, right? The Pharah can't fight on the point. She can only shoot into it.
Stole the
this
cat.
is inherently, this is inherently a 5v6 because Flash Wolves couldn't react quick enough to how fast AHQ moved. Now AHQ are the ones in the favorable position as they already pick off one, and that's a really nice open. They forced the ultimate out of Sinclair, so there is one back here. They're getting the trades back now. Actually, Flash Wolves, Dizzy, not really finding any kills, needs to close something out. Does just barely find Bacon Jack, but he's going to go down off the back end of that, and because of the ultimate committed out of Zonda, they might just be able to close this one out. Oh, but a good graviton towards the end. This is still really anyone's fight, depending on who gets the kills, and because a couple of members of AHQ went down first, they actually get the respawns in.
They want to do that. That's a problem.
Yeah, exactly.
They have to
And
swap two
already
heroes.
a good ultimate actually out of K-Momo might just be all they need. I mean, they're kind of getting, I don't want to say lucky mileage, but they're getting enough mileage for now. AHQ looking to swing back if they can. Not really finding it again. Lazy Titan now going down, and actually Flash Wolves just through sheer frags are going to be able to secure this one in spite of being very unfavored for that fight.
I want to say it's the Bacon position. 86 on both sides. Flash Wolves, I want to say, have the ultimate advantage here, but Dizzy, if you can get a couple of kills, this will be HQ's
But
opening.
he's going to get Realment, sure, but they're not in a favorable position. They're totally spread out.
The Bacon
and split
Jack
up.
effect, look at it.
This is a terrible position for them because they all pulled back to kill Bacon Jack. Bacon Jack had already picked someone off. They lost Cowman in that move, and now they are scattered and separated as they try and get onto this point. And they're not going to get onto this point. You're two split, and this is Pharah territory, man. This is Bat Country as Flash Wolves the point. It worked. They got on. And then from that point on, the moment Flash Wolves had control, they did not let AHQ pull it off again. This time around, though, AHQ outswinging
Eric's so low.
Oh, that was a very quick boot
Goodbye.
by Crappy to try and buy space, but yeah, goodbye indeed. Not enough. But hold on, this is a very, very deep, way too deep Jongi. And actually the trade back is really big for them, picking up Realman off the back end of it as well. Even losing Crappy, now actually Erican is going to be able to get back onto this one. And again, Flash Wolves have to see the position. See you, Bacon Jack.
No,
Flash Wolves are going to have to see the positioning. AHQ.
Now, Zonda, if
That
he
was
had
really
killed Crappy,
that was
that
really
would have been a
close,
game
yeah,
changer.
because he was up in the air when he started channeling the ultimate. It was a long way down, nearly died there, but it doesn't matter. Flash Wolves, they're getting the mileage out of this tac visor because Zonda uncontested on the side here, much like how Dizzy was contested
sleep
when he
though,
tried to do the
so
same
good.
thing. Yeah, like he tried to do the same thing last defense, but Cowman didn't give him the room.
I really don't want HQ to really commit here. I want HQ to try and bait a few more ultimates out of Flash Wolves, put themselves in a more favorable position before AHQ
Well,
do the full commit.
what you want doesn't seem to matter because they are going for it. They're going to try and commit it straight. Oh
Okay.
no!
Okay.
Jongi and Erican both the double boop, and now two Gravitons to come out. Sorry, just one to come out, but no follow-up just yet. Flash Wolves, they haven't lost many members yet. Bacon Jack nearly with an ultimate. If they pick him off, though, it's not going to matter. And actually, AHQ nearly got the cap through that. If Flash Wolves, they kind of have to pile onto this one just to keep it contested, and that's an unfavorable position for them.
Nano?
Yeah, he's trying for it. This is a great position for him because he picked off Zonda, who was lying in wait, much the same as Dizzy was, and waited a little. Realized that there was a Pharah first. Now they're the ones set up. Once again, this is functionally a 5 versus 6. The Pharah cannot affect this fight. Not well enough, at least.
To be honest, like,
Maybe a bit of a misposition here, though, by Dizzy. He needs to get AHQ, but they do successfully retreat onto the point, and not a moment too soon. Sinclair needs to be the target here for AHQ if they want to really secure this one. Bacon Jack deep onto the point.
What?
Oh no! He kills himself as he kills Erican. A 1-for-1 is not good enough as AHQ commit their ultimates. They need to not overcommit, and they need to find Sinclair quick. Smarty's going to come in with the res.
There it
There's
is.
the big one.
Play the
But
game.
Erican, he's going to try and come on back in with this Earthshatter if he can, but it's going to be a tall order as they've lost their other usable ultimate here in the Graviton Surge. They did not respect the res.
they should have been a lot more prepared for that one. I was going to say the Bacon Jack effect is so good he kills himself. Well, now he's alive again. I'll give you a moment. I'll give you a moment.
To get those targets out. Good positioning here as they're trying to assault onto this one, get themselves onto the point, and to their
Zonda?
credit, it's working. K-Momo, Zonda,
No, that's a
AHQ.
bad spot,
that's
Zonda.
Dizzy, he actually gets it. That was so aggressive,
Res.
but it totally pays off. Oh, but Sinclair! Erican manages to catch it, even as the res goes off, and because of the sound barrier now, Flash Wolves, despite getting the res, I'm going to be able to strike back.
K4,
And
K4.
K4, K4.
It's a K4 moment for sure.
Well, it is, but I mean, hey, they got the fight. They should have actually held that for a moment longer so they could secure this hold, but in any case, with the res being down, Zonda, despite being res, could not get his ultimate off again. Bacon Jack, what are you doing, man? You are no one-man army. AHQ,
I mean,
Flash Wolves not even contesting that last second one there because they couldn't get a toe.
Bacon Jack can actually have some sort of defense as well, because they're spending a lot of resources, a lot of players challenging Dizzy. At the same time, Bacon Jack is also being challenged.
Yeah, Bacon Jack needs space of his own, absolutely. But the kill onto Cowman, again, that should just signal AHQ backing off here. And like I said, unless they get kills of their own in response, basically now they should just go back off from this. And yeah, losing plus the man. This is the...
Zonda needed to back off those. All the ball is in their court, and they should be able to win this fight due to pure damage output. Flash Wolves, even if they get wiped here, Jongi can Primal Rage, K-Moment can stop the stroke, they can buy so much time that once again for the defenders, they can just come back with a defensive, like, walk-back distance. It's so good for them.
Dizzy's going to try and get right onto this one, leaving a sleeping Winston behind him, but there's only going to buy him a few seconds.
Oh,
here comes
what?
the commit, that's huge! Out of nowhere, Lazy Titan. Flash Wolves maybe felt they already had it in the bag, and, well, they certainly did not. Zonda trading a couple back, though.
Nice little knockback from Jongi as well. Jongi just managed to Primal Rage.
Short of a miracle, Flash Wolves have lost this.
They still got to grab. They got 5 seconds. If they can keep it going, get K-Moment.
Someone's got to touch their point. It's Jongi.
Could be a miracle at all.
Oh, but they lost Zonda in realment as Jongi went charging in. And the grab only gets Cowman. Actually, Crappy just kind of goes in. He feels bad that it caught so few. Sigler getting picked off. That's the secure. We said it had to be a tighter defense for AHQ, and it was.
Well, it's an equal defense.
No, that was not. That was beautiful.
Okay, yeah.
Now they're starting to push into this point, but they've kind of taken their time here. AHQ just kind of went, ooh, will you watch out there? We've got something up our sleeve, when really nothing was there.
And here's the thing, playing safe doesn't mean playing slow. So Flash Wolves, they need positioning here. They need to convert more kills, and Bacon Jack's doing that. In fact, they're all doing it. Now we can start to see a snowball. You've already got the Infra. You got the Infra site out. I think that's a mistake. You want to save the Infra site for Cap 2. They're going to need every single ult they can get. So no more ults from Flash Wolves now. Please, no one else use any ult until they actually commit to the second push.
And then Bacon Jack just throws out a pulse bomb. That was the Bacon Jack effect, though, in full force right there. I do agree, yeah, K-Momo did not need to commit the Infra site at all, but what's done is done, and they are in a decent position
to snowball this next point
because AHQ have swapped, and Bacon Jack does have an ult he can pick someone off with.
I like the swap from Dizzy as well. This is going to make it easier to pick up those Zonda and Bacon Jack, or at least challenge them. K-Momo at this point doesn't really need to be challenged. Where are the ultimates from Flash Wolves? I think they're waiting for the Dragon Blade.
Yeah, speaking of challenge, Lazy Titan went up to challenge K-Momo and
this is so winnable. They need to go.
Erican, he did just have a nano boost on him that's now run out, but yeah, they need to go right now. Erican, he hasn't got that on him anymore, but he's just disrupting the back line. They haven't really committed. Now they're finally going in for it with that Transcendence, just to try and back up whoever is already on the point. But they're not getting much for it, and Flash Wolves are now going to commit a sound barrier as well. There we go, finally picking Erican after him getting nothing. They need to get a ton of picks so to start securing it. That's very, very big Dizzy as well. Lazy Titan looks set to go out.
Wow, okay, that's a shot.
That was beautiful. Right out of K-Momo there. No hesitation on those ones. And now well set up to catch these respawns as they come on in. That's... That was actually
these are all trickles, and they're getting more ults. Look at the ultimates coming back alive for Flash Wolves. They're in such a great position. I expect them to cap.
This is perfect for K-Momo as well. No one can actually contest him here because they're all busy trickling out. And now he's going to see who's coming out of what side. It can be even more set up for him. Zonda going so deep to stop anyone from coming out. Even though he gets put to sleep, he's still keeping Keras stuck there. The rest of AHQ can't get out onto this point. They're going to trickle in, they're going to feed ult charge, and even if they do finally get all members out, Flash Wolves are going to have ult
Transcendence again.
Yeah, once again. K-Momo did actually die there, so he's going to be able to come back into this fight now as Soldier, which is maybe a little bit better for this ground game. They're kind of struggling to get these last couple of kills against AHQ here, just because AHQ have gone for as much tankiness as possible.
That was really average sound barrier. He didn't get very many members with that at all.
This may just be enough for them to close it out here as they commit the ultimate out of Jongi, getting Erican. This is still a little bit tight, but it's still Flash Wolves' favor, just barely.
Another
if
Dragon
AHQ
Blade.
step off
Another
the
Dragon
point
Blade.
for a moment.
They're so close. They just need to get a few more kills. The ultimates are rotating so quickly for Flash Wolves now.
There we go.
Finally gets the cap, and like I said, Snowball is all...
Yeah, so far. And like we say often, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. AHQ, they are going to get a good one onto Bacon Jack, though, so the Bacon Jack show is over for now. Maybe get a renewal later on down the line. And now picking Jongi should mean they get onto this point. Yeah, now they're just going to start rolling over. This decisive aggression. They will get the point cap. The question is, can they then get the snowball?
Well, AHQ need to hold on to their ults here. They have to be very reserved. They have to be disciplined, not give away any ults. For Flash Wolves, I actually want them to try. Oh, it depends if they have enough time, but if they have members available, they could try and recontest this first cap, not to actually defend it fully, but just to try and bait out ults, because I don't even know
Lazy Titan! Lazy Titan's gone past the whole team. Flash Wolves are busy fighting here. Lazy Titan's going to gun for the point, and this is going to draw Flash Wolves back if nothing else. They've already picked off Zonda here, AHQ. This is really, really cheeky, and there is still one person set on the point. Here we go. They've moved back for the contest now, as Dizzy's booking it for the point. This could be what they need, because now Flash Wolves, they're the ones responding. They picked up the healer. No. Have they done it? Have AHQ just completely bamboozled Flash Wolves? They've drew them out. It was as clever as you could get here. They're trying to force Zonda around the side. It works. I don't believe it. They're now trying to get set up as best they can.
No team has ultimate.
Yeah, Lazy Titan's down though. Lazy Titan, he didn't actually have the mech, so it's not too big a deal, but the respawn advantage can be significant. If they set off this one though for too long, the overtime's going to disappear so fast. AHQ, they cannot give an inch, and Flash Wolves, they are the ones with all the gas in the tank here, as AHQ now starting to get picked off. One person left on the point. If they step off, that is all over, and they're not actually getting the kills. How long until the respawn advantage overcomes this?
Right now. That's how long.
Well, there we go. At distance, they're not necessarily going to get a resounding win just yet.
Dizzy's going to go for the high ground here. He needs a little bit of support. He realizes he can't take it on his own, so it's going to be AHQ fighting on the ground again. But look, Lazy Titan's already up there. I wish Dizzy actually committed now.
Good quick commit onto K-Momo the moment. But actually, it just meant Flash Wolves are a little bit stretched out. That's going to be the res, but it doesn't catch K-Momo.
They capped already, actually.
Yeah, the cap already went through.
Zonda committed ult-wise. That's
yeah, that was strange.
Like, Zonda did commit ult, and now he doesn't have it for the second checkpoint defense. In fact, they're rather behind. And now he's dead.
Yeah, Machi didn't do something when they should have. Flash Wolves did do something when they shouldn't have, and now Flash Wolves are really paying the price for it. I mean, only losing Erican in that one is fine for AHQ, because this is distance, man. That's all that matters. Realman, he's nowhere near a raise. He's totally isolated.
We haven't seen it.
He was jumping to his fellow healer, who also went down. And now Flash Wolves are getting completely routed. This is a tank with no support. This is two people getting forced off by a diva. One diva.
Through the hangar.
Dizzy's already set up on the high ground.
Yeah, they're getting so much room. This is so good from AHQ. Flash Wolves, they're only just now finding a defensive situation.
And already the self-destruct thrown out. That's a what? What?
Can I get a what?
They're gonna win. They're gonna win just like that.
Well,
no. AHQ, they've got ultimates. There's no, they can't. Right. They can't even get out of the space. They got the ultimates.
No, you're wrong. You're so wrong.
Earth Shatter. Hold on a second. That may be it. Yeah, I may just be wrong.
Wrong.
But Dizzy's already got the numbers down. And there's not much they can get. Bacon Jack throwing out an ultimate. What can he get with that? Because Cowman's already got Jongi, and I'm not wrong at all. 0.24 meters, and it's only a few more kills as uncontested Dizzy cleans it up. I'm not wrong at all. You, sir, are wrong. Good day, good day, good day. AHQ just flattened Flash Wolves. One spot to hold. They've got plenty of time.
Jongi, okay, that was interesting.
I was going to say good hook, but it didn't get anything. And actually that biotic grenade, anyway. Dropping the shield there for a brief moment and the biotic grenade landing down means that Flash Wolves just kind of cleaned up AHQ there. That was huge stuff.
Momo.
Oh, gee willikers. Are we about to see the same thing again? No, we're not, because that's a res out of Crappy. Just in the nick of time as well. The question is, can they strike back?
Still.
It's not going to happen. Yeah, because Zonda is still on this high ground, totally uncontested. Tac buys it to come out. I don't know if I agree with it, but the team should be able to secure this point despite that, as Jongi charging in from downtown, smacking one against the door. Now with the nano boost on to clean up the fight. That's a point cap. And there's Erican, and now Cowman. They've committed the ultimates, so there's the res. AHQ now with the upper hand. They're going to be able to commit the nano visor, already opening up with it. No kills just yet. Good block for the diva for a second there, but it's going to get finally counted out as she gets taken out of the mech. Not much more found for it just yet, but there we go. The rest picking up now as Flash Wolves are scattered. Getting some trades back. Yeah, kind of even, but the payload's not exactly moving a lot, and there's only 15 seconds, so AHQ, even getting wiped here, are fine for this because they can come in for a last-minute contest, go for a big, crazy fight.
They don't have a res though, so I don't think AHQ have any tools to actually win this one. Now they're
hold
still
on a
losing
second.
members.
There we
Zonda
go.
dies, which kind of works in HQ's favor. But
Dizzy-
so does Dizzy, so it's even.
He tried to contest the cart there, but actually it wasn't in time. It does get capped, but they only buy themselves a minute and a half. So even so, commit it any time they want. Crappy must be a priority target
Someone
now.
used tech by
Zonda,
Zonda.
yeah, and he's not actually finding Crappy with it. In fact, he's not finding anything with it at all. In fact,
didn't
that
even
is
get that
terrible news. Now Dizzy commits his own with the Nano Boost running as well. Lazy Titan, he's not even in the mech, but he doesn't even need to be. Forces the sound barrier out of the flash walls, and they're using up every resource that could have had to force this into overtime.
15 seconds left to go. No ults on either side except for a res, and that's a big deal for AHQ. They might not even need it because they're still picking up all the kills, and with 7 seconds, now Flash Wolves just have to dive onto the cart. And
It's
you know
round
what?
the corner.
The cart is really far away.
Bacon Jack's going to dive for it, but it is exactly that. It's a dive. The cart's around the corner, and the
Graviton
Graviton
surge.
stops up
So
the rest. Bacon Jack isn't on this cart anymore. The Graviton does end, but now they are charging in inevitably to a 5 versus 6 at best. Now a 4 versus 6. Now a 3, then a 2. It's all over. Rover and Flash Wolves held out, taken down. 2 losses, series losses